Hi, and welcome to Category Management Knowledge Group's weekly category management tip. If you don't know about CMKG, we provide category management training solutions that are driven from a foundation of accredited e-learning courses. I'm Sue Nicholls, the president and owner of Category Management Knowledge Group. Quite frankly, I love everything about category management, so every week I share some of my learnings on category management related topics. Our topic for February is the tactics, which include product, price, placement, and promotion. This week's tip focuses on pricing, and more specifically, on break-even analysis. A break-even analysis helps both retailers and suppliers to understand the volume required to maintain gross profit dollars at different price points. This can really help the plan for price increases or decreases, including temporary price reductions and promotions. The concept of breaking even implies that your total costs don't exceed your total sales, and break even is the point at which they meet. I'm going to walk you through how a supplier would determine their break-even point when booking a promotion, and then how that same promotion would be viewed by the retailer when they make decisions on promotional price points. An account manager is booking a flyer with his retailer, and he wants to know the minimum sales volume that's required to cover the cost of the promotion. The flyer costs $10,000, which is a fixed cost. The unit price or the selling price to the retailer is $7.50, and the account manager is also planning to spend 50 cents per unit as an additional allowance, which is a variable cost. The calculation for break-even is the fixed cost divided by the selling price minus the variable costs. In this example, it's $10,000 divided by $7.50 minus 50 cents. To equal 1,429 units. So the supplier needs to sell 1,429 units to break even on the promotion. When I graph the revenue and costs, my break-even point is where the revenue and costs intersect at the red and the green lines. So the supplier needs to sell 1,429 units, generating $10,700 in sales, before they'll make a profit on that promotion. Now the supplier needs to figure out the right price point to recommend to the retailer to sell a minimum of 1,429 units on this product. By taking my weekly scan sales data for this specific retailer, I'm able to average the units, dollars, and incremental dollars, as well as the lift and profit at each of the different price points. Based on this, I sell an average of 2,287 units at an $8.50 price point, and 3,160 at a $7.50 price point at this specific retailer. So a price point below $8.50 will ensure that the promotion is profitable for the supplier with a 327 lift. Now, let's look at the same pricing decision from a retailer perspective. The retailer sells the same product at a regular price of $10, which generates $1,695 in profit. They have a break-even policy at this retailer in place for all promotions, so the category manager needs to feel confident that the price point that they choose for the promotion, at minimum, will deliver the $1,695 in profit. The break-even units required is calculated by taking the profit objective of $1,695 and dividing it by the gross profit dollars generated at different price points. For example, at an $8.50 price point, 1,130 units would need to be sold to generate $1,695 in profit. Notice the volume requirement at the $7.50 level. It almost doubles versus the $8 price point. So in net, the retailer needs to know that they need to sell 1,130 units at an $8.50 price point or 3,390 units at a $7.50 price point. Now we can go back to this chart to see the average units sold at the different price points. I've captured our break-even requirements for the retailer here. At the $8.50 price point, 2,287 units are sold, which more than doubles the requirements for the retailer to break even. They'd make a profit of approximately $2,287. At the $7.50 price point, 3,160 units are sold, and at a profit that's slightly less than the break-even requirement. So retailer X would most likely choose a price somewhere between $8 and $8.50 to meet their break-even requirement and still generate strong incremental sales results. And of note, this will also allow the supplier to break even and make money on the promotion for themselves. Once again, break-even analysis is a great way for retailers and suppliers to better understand volume requirements to maintain profit at different price points. It's important to note that it's not a predictor of volume, but rather it tells you how much volume is required to maintain a particular gross margin requirement or to break even. So that's it for this week's tip. Next week's session is going to be on product assortment. You can also visit or subscribe to my blog if you haven't already done so. If you're interested in category management training, please visit our website. We have topics that will help you to fill in some of the gaps if you didn't understand the examples I showed you today. And finally, we're very active in LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, so please connect with us. Thanks and have a great week.